Hello and welcome to Morning Meeting. This is Courtney Hirsch, CEO of Jomboy Media. We're going to talk about behind the scenes, what goes on inside the walls of our company. I'm here with Maddie Mass. And Maddie, can you run the people through the agenda for today?
Of course. We've got an exciting agenda. Busy agenda too, so we'll keep it moving today. Apologies in advance if I sound sniffly. I'm recovering from the Atlanta cold. I don't know. I think I'm the only one with that.
Yeah, don't spread it.
No spreads. We're going to talk about the new logo because it's been a minute since we've had an episode of Mornin, and we've dropped a new Jomboy Media logo since then. As I've mentioned, we'll recap All-Star and Atlanta. We've partnered with MLB, so just getting Courtney's perspective on that. Obviously, Jimmy did his episode there. We're going to Barbados. Heads up. Here we go.
Can't wait.
Social strategy for Courtney's LinkedIn, Instagram. There was a great question from last time from that. A few open positions at Jomboy Media. And then to wrap us up and the climax of the episode, Brett Joss, our new head of sales here at Jomboy Media, will be hopping on the mic with Courtney as well.
I'm excited. My second guest, I think, which makes me feel big time.
Yeah, you should feel big time.
Yeah.
But to kick it all off, first and foremost, a shout out to our most recent Substack subscribers, Sean Goodfriend and A&J Rules, or A&N Drools.
I know. I'm glad you said the names. Do people put like fun names on there?
Some.
Yeah. All right. I like it. Thank you so much.
But let's kick it off first. New logo. We have not done an episode of Mornin since the new logo came out. Courtney, you were playing a part in that whole process while it was going on behind the scenes. So can you shed light for everybody on the reasons for the change, but then also whatever detail you can provide on what that process in coming up with a new logo was like?
Sure. And I've learned that our community is very passionate about our logo, which I like. So I understand this may have been jarring for some people. So apologies if it caught you off guard. We are really excited about the new logo. I know change can just be hard in general, and it might take some getting used to. But the reason behind it is, and I'm not going to use the right technical term, so sorry if you're a graphic designer listening and I'm botching it. But our old logo, which we loved and served us well, was just one logo. I think it's called a word mark. And we wanted to roll out a whole new brand identity and have more flexibility and options with the logo. So we have the word mark, Jomboy Media, and it can either be stacked, it could go side by side and be a long word mark. We have the letter mark, the little JM. We have a mascot. So we kind of rolled out a whole new brand identity, which will be help us grow as a business, and it can be flexible and adaptable. Sometimes when we make merch, we want the full Jomboy Media. Sometimes we just want a little JM. This can also, we can play around with this for show logos, like the Blitzball thing. I can't do it. Maybe we could just put the little JM inside of show logos so everything's connected. So that was the main reason, is just to grow with a company. We wanted more flexibility. And then some other reasons that helped to get over the finish line of really prioritizing the change. As a company, we like to call ourselves Jomboy Media, not just Jomboy, because to us, Jomboy is a person, and that gets very confusing. Jomboy Media is our whole media company. And our last logo, if you can visualize it, it was a really big, strong Jomboy and then a really teeny media. So this way, both words are balanced out. And I think it's bright, it's fun, it's more modern. The old one had kind of that legacy, more traditional feel, which was cool too. But I think this will just represents us as a more modern, playful media company.
I agree. I like it because now all the old merch I have is retro.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
You know who's most upset about our logo change?
Faya
and my mom.
Oh.
So they could bond over this. She's like, wow, you just did this and didn't tell me.
Yeah.
You didn't give me the heads up.
Right.
And she was like, I'm no opinions now. It's like when you name your child.
Yeah.
Once it's named, only positive comments
That's
moving
right.
forward,
Right.
especially from your mother.
Seriously. Yeah, Fayao, I think it came up to both of us at the Atlanta event, and I think you hit it on the head, the nail on the head. It's just change. Like, it
Yeah.
takes time to get used to, and I think he was feeling that, and I think even I was feeling that to a degree. It's like change. You
I
just have
know.
to,
And we had up like taking down the sticker on our
I
wall,
know.
putting that was like, oh, this is like real. This is a
Yeah.
big moment.
Yeah, for sure. But now we both own a bunch of retro merch.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's like, in I don't know, 10 years, it's like, oh, you were an employee during the old logo.
That's
It's
true.
like,
It's going to be like a Bronx office thing.
Uh-huh.
We're going to have
I think
Bronx
so.
office and then the old logo era.
Yeah. Like I said, it's a jam-packed show, so I want to keep us rolling.
Mm-hmm.
I want to talk about Atlanta. It was such a fun trip. I think that this is the best we've ever done All-Star. Part of that is because of the new MLB deal.
Mm-hmm.
Can you talk to how this MLB access really changed what our All-Star trip was?
Sure. We got access, media credentials, and then also from the business side, access to every event that Major League Baseball was putting on. And I think we always kind of created our own party at All-Star, and we made the most of it by having a house and doing content with some players, doing content with each other, recording our shows from now there, hosting our event. But we took advantage of every access they gave us, and we had people at home run derby batting practice, at media day, on the red carpet. I don't know, what are the other big ones I'm forgetting?
Everywhere. Home Run Derby X, the Futures Game, the MLB Draft. The 4.4 mile Hank Aaron Memorial Run.
Yeah.
Jolly and Zoe were there. We were at everything.
And I thought that strategy worked really well, pairing off two creators paired up together. We created these pods, which was one of the most successful strategies for making the most of our All-Star trip. So I think the pods combined with the access allowed us to really do the best we've ever done on a trip. And the pods where we paired two creators together. So two creators paired up, and then they had a content capturer who was capturing content mostly on the iPhone, and an editor that was back home in our New York City office. And that allowed everyone to really nimbly move around Atlanta, brainstorm ideas within a small group, and just like really quickly execute. So I think we got over, just in the 4 days, we got over 1,900 pieces of content published, which is insane.
Crazy.
I think there were like 4 pods, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 4 pods posted 1,900
Oh,
pieces.
five pods.
5 pods.
Yeah. The word pods is confusing me. I'm thinking podcasts.
Oh, no. Yeah, little squads.
Yeah, 5 little squads.
There we go.
Yeah, so basically 2,000 posts. So that's like 400 posts per little squad.
Yeah, that's insane in 4 days. And then we published more content when we came home. Atlanta feels like 2 months ago. It was last week.
Yeah.
Like, that's insane. It was the most jam-packed
Yeah, it was.
days. And I think it's funny. We have this big content house, and I'm at these events meeting with people, going on sales meetings, and they're like, oh, what is your house like? It's like so rowdy. There's like, a bunch of guys in the house just like drinking beers, and like you go to the house and everyone's either up running around filming content or they are just like dead on the couch.
Yeah.
Either zoned into work or just like taking a minute to regroup. But there's not a lot of partying going on. It's not as rowdy. It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work. Yeah, I did it a few times. After the celebrity game, I think I ended up just laying on the couch to relax. I watched the Tour de France mini or whatever it was on. That would just happen to come on after. It's like, no, I need to
veg. Yeah.
What was the sales or the branding side of this trip? You, Brett, Luke, it felt like you guys were off doing your thing, and we didn't have a ton of eyesight into it. So what was that like?
It's crazy. I like barely saw some people at All-Star.
Yeah.
We were really busy from the brand side. So we had, because of the announcement of our new partnership with Major League Baseball, there's a lot of brands that are already invested in Major League Baseball, their official partners, and they want a way to extend their partnership and work with creators and reach the younger generation of baseball fans. And then there's other brands that may not be MLB official partners, but they are also want to target baseball and reach the, young, work with the internet companies that are nimble and can show off their products. So we had a lot of brands reaching out to us to set up meetings to talk about how we could potentially work together. And it was crazy. We had, I think it was like 9 brands. We met in 2 days. And these are brands like MasterCard, Adidas, Franklin, Dairy Queen, New York Life Insurance. Like it ranges. It's like ice cream shop to insurance to sporting goods,
the whole
PepsiCo.
spectrum.
Yeah. So that was really fun. And we're talking to them about how we can do long-term partnerships, and they can work with our full roster of creators, and they can come in and they can be part of our tentpole events like spring training and playoffs and All-Star, and how we can naturally integrate their products into content like the warehouse games. So that was really fun because it's a different level of just the quality of brands, and the amount of brands that we're meeting with has really up leveled just as our brand has grown, and now we have this strategic partnership in place.
Yeah, it was awesome to see. Was Apple one of those brands?
Oh, Apple, yes. Which was on our top brands at the leadership offsite.
Yeah.
That we want to work with Apple. So we got a meeting with them.
That was a funny one because in the car ride back from the airport, Luke, we were doing like a little, trip recap, and Luke said, I talked to him and I sent him links saying this was shot on an iPhone. I wish I could prove that to you, but it was. And he was like, Luke said, I wish I just had some photos of us actually filming on iPhones.
Oh, we don't.
I was like, oh, I have a ton.
Yeah.
Kyle was shooting over my shoulder, just photos while we were talking to people on the red carpet. Here's a picture of me with holding an iPhone and there's Shohei. Do you want that?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So
I think people are surprised about how much content is filmed on iPhones.
Oh, it's a ton.
It's just like, 90%.
Our entire trip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And using the Share album, like iPhone.
Huge.
Yeah. That's like such a quick, easy way.
The shared album was massive because, yes, like you said, it's immediate, quick, but it also shares it in high quality, which if you, if you're texting or trying to send it over Wi-Fi, it just slows it down. Not the best quality.
Yeah.
Boom,
I was so excited
album.
that that was the process that we used, because that's the process that Kiana and I use for my socials. And I was like, oh my God, we're doing it legit.
Yes. Validated.
Yeah, it's a very validated.
That's fun. We've talked a lot about the MLB partnership. What should people expect from it and from Jomboy Media, obviously, now moving forward that we're beyond All-Star?
Yeah, I think for tentpole events, we're going to continue to get access like this. I'm really excited about the postseason. We are also working on collaborations to roll out Jomboy Media apparel with MLB official marks. So we can use team marks, New York Yankees logo, the league marks. It's something, we have the MLB PA marks right now. So we use the players' likeness, but we never had the team mark. So we're really excited about that. That will probably be a couple months in the making. These companies, it's not their fault. They just move way slower than we'd like to.
Yeah.
So we're working with the big guys now. We're moving a little bit more on their pace. And we have access to archival footage, which has been really cool. Jimmy and I were talking about that on the train ride in, that going back and doing compilations of old games and plays and highlights has been really well received by our community. So we're going to lean into that a little bit more. I think that's it. What did I say? Merch, access, footage.
I think those are the big ones.
I think those are the big ones. Yeah. Oh, players. Yeah. So we're going to figure out how to film more even social content with players, and maybe even get them more involved in the warehouse games.
Yeah, that's a cool one. Unrelated, like separate from our MLB deal, Kenley Jansen Obviously, current Angels reliever, but longtime Dodgers reliever, Red Sox, Braves. He should be arriving to the office while we're in here.
Oh,
so,
fun. God, we got to keep this quick. We got to keep it moving.
There's more exciting announcements and partnerships because we're going to Barbados, which feels crazy to say.
That's insane.
But that official announcement went out through the Barbados, through the tournament's channels yesterday on socials. So tell us, what is Barbados?
American, what's the branding? What's the guiding lights, Maddie?
The guiding lights here, can Americans compete and win an international cricket tournament? That's the question that we're trying to answer.
So, we submitted Jomboy Media team in an international cricket tournament.
Yes.
Who, it's like hard to explain this to people, but the teams are sponsors, right?
Yeah.
They're like Chase Bank or I don't know, Fidelity, and they submit a team and they're the sponsor of the tournament, and everyone, because are they all from Barbados, those teams?
No. So I think let's take the Chase Bank example.
Yeah.
Chase Bank will sponsor this. It's like a big beach festival down in Barbados. Think Fanatics Fest. But at the center is a big cricket field on the sand, cricket pitch, on the sand, and all of these sponsors are having their best 8 players commute down to the Caribbean, Barbados, and compete in this cricket tournament. So Chase Bank, is a sponsor. They'll send out a company blast that's like, are you good at cricket? Mm-hmm. Do you want to play in this?
Yeah. So it's not professional players, but it's people that have probably played their childhood or even high school.
Oh, yeah. And I think there is a mix of some pros in there, whether they're recently retired or whatever it might be. But, I don't know if they're like Chase Bank is going to get this pro or whatever, but they'll definitely be there. So
I think you should wear that shirt on the trip. Are you coming?
Yeah.
Oh, good. I'm excited. Yeah. I'm excited from a business perspective to learn more about the cricket community and connect with the companies that are invested in cricket, that are sponsoring it, that are helping cricket grow in the U.S. So that's why I'm going, as well as our new head of sales and sponsorships, to kind of scope out the scene and see how we can partner with some of these companies to grow our cricket coverage and the cricket community in the United States.
I'm stoked to be going. Sam and I will be doing a lot of the content ops there.
Nice.
I think officially one of my responsibilities is scorekeeper.
Oh, okay.
So I might fudge some numbers in our favor just to make sure that.
I mean, we're going to Barbados for work.
Oh, it's
kind
crazy.
of amazing.
Oh my God, of
right?
course.
Like, what is this?
Now here's the problem with the shirt. It has a bunch of bombs all over.
Oh, what is that shirt?
It's from Pins and Aces when we did the mini golf tournament way back when.
Well, the colors just scream Barbados to me.
Colors scream Barbados.
Yeah.
I don't wear it that often because there's bombs all over the place, and
that's
some people don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't think I do. I don't know, but so we'll see. I've got the I don't know. We call it what, Hawaiian gear, and it's like flowery shirts.
Yeah.
I'll crack a few out.
Okay.
We need to put the new JM logo.
Oh right, yeah. You're wearing a vintage shirt right now.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's been a while since we've got to chat on this show. A lot has gone on your socials. I feel like the strategy is evolving every day. If it's been 2 months since we chatted, it's a completely new strategy. So what is new in the world of Courtney,
my
LinkedIn,
socials, my
Instagram?
LinkedIn? I'm just trying new things,
That's good.
I'm putting literally in the shoes of a creator right now. So I have a whole new firsthand experience of what it's like to be a creator. But a lot of people like, why? I'm the CEO of a company. Shouldn't I be focused on business? Like, why am I creating content? I think it's really helped in multiple ways for me. It's helped us bring in sponsors. It's helped us connect to partners because I talk about we're, doing this cricket tournament in Barbados. We've had people reach out to me about hooking us up with gear or playing in our facility, and we've actually followed through and used some of those connections. So the branding and putting myself out there is really to help the company grow, and it's kind of like free marketing. That's what I think about to kind of get myself to really lean into it. Is you have the opportunity right now to with all of these social platforms to market yourself for free. And companies and executives didn't have that before. So I'm taking advantage of it while it's here. I think it also really helps in recruiting because you can get to know me by scrolling through my LinkedIn and scrolling through my Instagram handle. You kind of know what I stand for. You know what I'm about. And I think if you're applying for a job here, it could easily weed people out that are like, ooh, like that's, we don't jive, or that's not the type of leader or place I'm looking for. And then it also attracts the right people to come apply if they resonate with my leadership style or, values that I run the company by.
And speaking of LinkedIn, this is where we got that good question from 62 Nice 35. Classic. That's a good question. Does it look bad to have a brand new LinkedIn profile? Never needed to use it, but thinking about making a profile. And then at Courtney Hirsch 8666
That's me.
Responded, no, it does not.
Why is that my username? Like, did they just make that up for you?
I think YouTube just throws numbers.
Just throws it. Oh my God, I did not make this up. No, I do not think it looks bad to have a brand new LinkedIn profile. I would recommend anyone in their career to create themselves a LinkedIn profile. You could even keep it super simple. I think the most important thing is to have a nice photo of yourself. And
not my high school profile picture, which I still use.
No, you should probably update that.
That's what people say.
An updated, fresh photo, smiling, and don't make it like a modeling shot or something. Have your work history on there. You don't need to go too in depth. I think the best thing is if you did post, then you want to pin a post just so people can see something that's like super relevant. But I think it's more important for some jobs over others. Like I probably wouldn't hire a salesperson that did not have a LinkedIn at all, but I would hire an editor that didn't have a LinkedIn because it's just, not appropriate sometimes, or not as important depending
different
on the
world.
role. Yeah, different world.
Makes sense. Speaking of, we hire a lot through LinkedIn. At least that's where the applications live. So can you just run us down for the listeners of what positions are currently open?
Breakdown
at JM?
Editor. Position I'm really excited for. You're going to be working side by side with Jimmy, learning his editing style and help edit, one of the biggest flagship series brands we have here. Financial analyst role. This will report to our head of finance and ops. And this is diving into all of the numbers, taking care of all the accounting stuff, but really someone who can help us like analyze revenue opportunities and model and help us plan for the future. And then we are hiring for our sales sponsorship team. Where this role is a brand sponsorship manager, which is really going to partner with brands and help them sponsor Jomboy Media content. That's a great segue to bringing in Brett.
It is.
Charles.
Ready?
Yes. Okay, we're back with our new head of sponsorships, head of sales. I don't know, we've been referring to you as both back and forth on this podcast. Brett Joss, welcome to the morning meeting.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here.
So Brett and I, before he officially accepted the role, we were talking about how when he was on board, he was going to join the podcast and we were going to do a morning meeting together. And he said he was excited at the time, but how are you? Are you feeling excited now?
I have mixed emotions. I know I asked for this. And I'm conscious of that. So I'm happy to be here. This is my first time doing something like this. So that's interesting.
Everyone that works here is, they have their day job and then they have content creator on the side.
I'm happy to play both roles.
You're diving right in.
I'm diving in. It's weird. I'm like, in the YouTube channel I watch. So
yeah, that's fun.
Yes.
You went into the TV.
Yes.
Okay. So tell us about kind of your background and why you made the move to Jomboy Media. I think that the listeners would love to just learn about how our connection in the past and then your connection viewing the content and when you put it all together.
Yes. So we worked together many, many years ago. Spent my entire career in advertising sales, and that's where we connected. I think it was my first sales job. I don't know about you.
Brett, you taught me how to do sales.
I mean, we were out there.
It was my first sales job, and I was just doing everything Brett did.
Oh my gosh. Well, we were learning on the job. We had no idea what we were doing, but it was so much fun. So that's where we first connected, and we stayed in touch. And then I was a fan of Jimmy. and I was an early member of the community. Big fan of everything he was putting out. I'm a huge baseball guy, and there was a moment, I don't know, maybe it was when you started.
Yeah.
It was like Usual Suspects dropping the mug, where it's like, oh my God, you're Jimmy's sister.
Yeah, you connected. We go together. That's crazy.
I was like, I love Courtney. I love Jimmy. This is so crazy. So anyway, I was a huge fan. We were following each other's careers. Really in the last 10 years, I've been most focused in the creator economy. So for the last 5 years, I was at TikTok, helping brands leverage creators on that platform. And then prior to that, I was at Wasserman, which is a big sports talent agency. And over there, I was helping athletes monetize their social handles. So this role is really a blend of the last two jobs that I've had. And we've stayed in contact. I've followed the growth of the company, and then the timing just...
It was perfect. I know.
Perfect.
That's why I was really excited when I posted the role and Brett texted me. And the reason I was so excited is because it felt so natural, because we were following each other's careers, keeping in touch every couple of months. And you would text me like, oh, this piece of content, or like this Dodger shirt that your team just dropped. And you totally understood the content, what our brand stands for, the mission that we're on. So it feels like the onboarding has just been so much easier, because we've been, we got over that part from just like the years of you being part of the community.
Yeah, I've been buying merch. You've been sending me baby clothes.
Yes.
Every time I have a new kid. It really worked out. Like as a member of the community, I see this role as like a big responsibility to make sure that the brands don't ruin what's happening here, and actually like enhance it. And I think the right partnerships are really going to take the company and the content to the next level.
I agree. And working at TikTok, what learnings have you seen just from that platform and the way people consume media that you would take into this new role and kind of apply to help brands be successful with us?
Yeah, I mean, I think TikTok like just completely changed how people are consuming content today. They completely reinvented short form video. Like, I think social media is almost kind of dead now that it's all about the algorithms, and like everybody's feed is just being given to them based on their consumption patterns. And that's not how it was like before TikTok came around. So I think in my last 5 years there, I've really gotten a picture of like the future of content consumption. Interest-based viewing algorithmically is like where everything is going. I've gotten a taste of like where the future of social commerce is going from my time there. And then most of all, like creators as media channels. That was our big push over at TikTok. Creators were the lifeblood of that platform. And Jomboy Media is really a picture of what a modern media company should look like today, because creators are the new media channels.
Right. Yeah. They're really leading the way for media companies. I think what I love so much is this is how our company was born. And you see a lot of the big companies right now thinking, oh, creator led, and they're trying to build it from the top down. And this company is built from, the bottom up, and that makes it so real and authentic as like the community.
Yeah, the authenticity is everything. I mean, I think there's been so many different models of creator-based companies, and I've seen like most often it's just a collection of social handles from creators that don't have really a reason to be together, and here it's just like a very authentic universe of creators that are being built around the same tone of voice, the same interests, and it's just all kind of happened so organically. That's why it's been so cool to watch the growth and now be a part of it.
I know. And now, what is your goals for first 3 months on the job?
We've got a lot of work to do. I mean, very first, we've got to build out the sales team. I think people may be surprised, and everybody I'm interviewing, like they're surprised to hear how small our sales team currently is. Our audience, our capabilities are way bigger than our current sales functions.
100%.
So the first step is going to be to hire and build out a sales team that can properly represent everything that this company can do. So that's what I'm most focused on right now. And then after that, it's really about picking the categories that we want to partner with, the brands within those categories that make the most sense for us. And we're going to be taking a proactive approach to reach out to these brands that really can enhance what we're doing today.
What category are you most excited about that we don't have an official sponsor for now?
This is an easy one. I am most excited about a performance beverage brand for the warehouse games.
Yeah.
It's
And I think the whole team is very excited for that as well.
totally. I haven't even been inside the warehouse yet.
Yeah.
And I'm so excited to get in there. It's such a special, unique thing that's being built over there. And I got to see it.
I have to
it.
hear you say that after you've been there for
I know. I know. I want to compete.
Yeah.
I want to get drafted.
That's so funny.
But yeah, I think so many of our partnerships to date have been focused on, presenting sponsorships for podcasts and ad reads and things like that.
Yeah.
The warehouse games is action-based, and it just opens up a totally new set of advertisers for us.
And it's very, it lends itself to natural product integrations that are so unique to who we are and great exposure for the brand. So I'm excited to get brands involved there.
Totally. We need brands to fuel the action.
Yes.
And
yes.
a performance beverage company would be perfect.
There we go. What is different? Like, you've been watching Jomboy Media from a perspective of a viewer and part of the community, and now you're inside the walls. Has anything been different than you expected?
I think something that has been surprising in a good way kind of ties to the company philosophy of having this reverse mullet, party in the front, business in the back. As a member of the community, I think I've been most exposed to like the party in the front. Like everybody having a good time. The content's so joyful. It seems like just a natural group of friends who are just hanging out, creating content about baseball. Now that I'm here, I've really been exposed to the business in the back, and like the professionalism of everybody out there is incredible.
We run
like,
a tight ship.
You do run a tight ship. And like, you when I was interviewing, you kind of said, we're still figuring things out. We're startup, we're growing, blah, blah, blah. Like, I've been so impressed with how much is in place already on the business side, and how like buttoned up and dedicated and passionate and like hardworking.
That's cool to hear.
Everybody is.
Yeah.
So,
sometimes we think we're still figuring it out, and then newcomers come in. They're like, "You guys got this."
Totally.
Like you don't give yourselves enough credit for the systems and the processes and how we go about things.
Totally.
So that's cool to hear.
The vision is clear. The mission is clear. Everybody knows what their role is. Like
I love that.
It's a tight ship.
Okay, and you not only knew me before you joined the company, but you have another connection to a creator here. So you have to tell the people about that.
I do. I have a complicated
a
complicated history with one of our creators, Trevor Plouffe. I grew up in Los Angeles. I was a baseball player, and my high school team's arch nemesis was Crespi, which was led by Trevor Plouffe.
That is so random.
I know.
Funny.
I was a catcher on the team, and I spent a lot of my time in high school trying to figure out what pitches to call to get Trevor out.
It's a really full circle moment now.
It is full circle. 20 something, 23 years ago, Trevor beat my team at the state championship at Angel Stadium 1-0. And I think we both remember every pitch.
Heartbreaking.
But I will seek my revenge in the warehouse.
Yeah, I'm going to set that up for you.
Thank you.
Okay.
That's really why I'm here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
To avenge that
loss. I needed to give you a
loss.
platform for that.
Thank you.
Okay, we're going to end it with a little segment, the best tip you have for getting ahead at work, and then your biggest work ick.
Got it. Okay. Best tip. Somebody told me this long ago, and I try and follow this. They said you should be the thermostat, not the thermometer at work. Meaning how do you take the temperature down? How do you be the calmest person in the room?
Yeah.
I've been selling advertising for a long time. I've never experienced a true emergency.
Yeah.
Those
we
don't
don't
exist.
really have those in our industry.
Exactly. So I've found leaders appreciate when you can take the temperature
I like that.
down.
I think you have a very calming presence. So,
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Biggest ick.
Biggest ick. Well, the new biggest ick is CEOs and heads of HR attending Coldplay concerts.
Oh. That's out there a lot now.
That's a new one.
Yeah. That's very recent.
Yes. So that's a topical ick. But other one, this may be unpopular, but camera off.
Oh, yes.
Camera off on Zoom.
I hate camera off on Zoom.
Camera
Oh my
off on
God.
Zoom.
I think it's so rude.
If
Put your camera on or I'm
if it's
hanging up.
work hours.
Yeah. That's a good like guideline. Like if you're like, okay, I'm at home with my kids, but I'm going to jump on this call just because you asked me to jump on, I think that's okay to be camera off. But like
Totally. And
9 to 5 in the office, camera on.
I'm going to be camera on for you.
Yeah.
I'm there.
Yeah.
I'm there.
I like that.
You know,
I also hate virtual backgrounds, but that's just me.
well, I was thinking about that. That's actually another one
Yeah.
where when we first started doing the Zoom thing, like the virtual backgrounds were huge and you could express yourself and your creativity. And now it's like,
It's just like,
the
no,
cringiest.
we're over it. Just be
done.
you. I want to see where you are. Give me something to like start conversation with. Like
Come as you are, where you are.
Yes.
It's authenticity.
I love that. Awesome. We're going to end it there. Thank you everyone for listening. Thank you, Brett, for joining. I hope you had fun on your first morning meeting.
I did. Thank you for having me. This was great.
Bye.